Hi, guys. Thanks for coming on to the Nocturnal Feeding with James, the Fish Room Fever, and me, Chattanooga Ed. And while I set up the chat so I can see what people are saying and who's here, James, will you say who's here and let us know? Give me a heads up.
Absolutely. We're going to go from the participants list because it's alphabetized. Hello and welcome to Amanda G165, to Scotty Nonya, Bottom Dweller Tanks, Kerry Havercorn, Color Guppies, Daniel Velez, Delilah's Critter, Stonebeck, Aqua Designs, Geek Boy, IHSPS's Tank Tribe, John Cox, John Larson, Mary Beth McCubbins, Michael Toes, Mismatched Socks, Mississippi Hoopy. Hey, we got Toes and Socks right there together. How about that? Radul Singh, Patty's Petite Tanks, Paul Stero, Redfish, Bluefish, Rico Stan, Sandy Dowdy, Texas Fish Room, The Zen Ginger, Xana Doo Doo, and everybody that is not showing on the active participants list. Appreciate you all being here. While Ed is getting set up, a huge thank you. Ed, you've got a couple of super chats and stickers. One from Rico Stan for $5 says, "Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you." I don't know what
that
the
was
actual
pretty close to the love boat.
But no clue. This is where I catch heck for not knowing what that's from.
That's
and
a
Kerry
love boat.
Havercorn. Okay, yeah, that's before my time. With $1 super sticker with that brown poop emoji. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.
Supporting my buddy Ed. Very much appreciated.
And thank you, Rico. Rico's did the love boat because he's hoping I freak out. I'm telling you right now, he's hoping I freak out. I was telling him about a phobia I have.
Oh,
and
no.
I've like, you know how people have like different phobias, like they see a cat and freak out or something. Well, I've only had this phobia in a dream, but I've had the same dream 3 times in my life. So I think it's a real phobia. And I'm in the love boat. And I'm like working as part of the crew. And Gopher was one of the shipmates that did jobs. Well, we were sent down to like a pantry or something down at the bottom of the boat to get some I don't know what it was. And did I tell you this story before?
I was just going to say, for those that are new to the channel, I promise we are getting some fishy stuff. But we go a little sideways too, so just bear with us.
Yeah, you guys have to hear about my phobia.
Yes.
Okay, so Gopher and I go into this little closet or whatever to get the supplies, and we turn, and Gopher locked the door. So we're locked in this door, and that's not where the phobia happens. I don't start freaking out because it's a tight space, but water starts coming in underneath the door, and we start hearing everybody saying, "Get off the ship because it's sinking." That's where my phobia kicks in. And it's like every nerve in my body feels like pins are poking me. And all 3 times I've had to run to a bathroom and throw up when that's happened. And I haven't had that dream in about 20 some years. So Rico keeps trying to pound it into my head by singing that song.
Well, that's not nice. No,
yeah.
No.
But okay, so
super chats. Yeah. So before I get any further into any other super chats and stickers, which we do appreciate those, I say we because I'm the one that reads them off. So Ed knows about them, and Ed's the one that I say Ed the one that appreciates them. That makes it sound like it. I appreciate you supporting him, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. But do you want to tell everybody what the topic is for tonight?
Yeah, I thought it might be fun. There's this web page that I found that's called Rate My Tank, where you get to go, and I like going on there and just looking at people's fish tanks. And I'm pretty nice to all of them, but there's some wonderful fish tanks. And I thought it might be fun for us to go through a group of those, and we'll talk about the tank. And I have no idea where James is going to start. We can talk about what we put in the tank and how
I have no idea where James is going to start.
Okay. While James is doing that, I've got a situation with one of my tanks. I've got a 200-gallon square tank. So it's like 4 foot tall by 5 foot wide. And then like 2 feet back, I think. But I bought 4 threadfin acara and 4 Geophagus windeli. Am I saying that right? I hope. Sorry, guys, if I killed the name. But I got them all at the same age, and it was amazing because they all looked amazingly the same. They were all like 1 inch. I got them from Dan's Fish. And they've been growing all this time. Well, the Akara are about that big. I mean, they're pretty much, I could eat them if I wanted. And they've got threads that are super long and real, just beautiful. I mean, I actually thought, I bet you I could put these in a show. Like I'm going, well, I'm not for sure if I go to the ACA, but I think I'm going to go to the ACA in St. Louis. I was like, I could bring one to enter it, but I don't want to do that because I could kill them or something. And pray everybody thinks they're awesome. Wyndham Millerai. That's it. Thank you so much. Meriddle is on the ball. Well, unfortunately, 2 of my threadfin Akaras have made it up, and they killed all my Geophagus when Millerais. And they aren't really messing with there's a Bisher, a great big Synodontis in the tank. They're not messing with those 2 at all. And the other 2 thread fins, they really aren't messing with much either. So I don't feel like it's an emergency to get them out right now, but I'd like to get them out and try to breed them because I think it'd be kind of neat to have at least 1 or 2 spawns of them because it'd be fun. But I need to figure out what to put in my 200-gallon tank. So you guys can think about that. I don't want fish that will kill each other. That's why I thought I was getting 2 nice fish. And still when they get to breed and they get to being jerks. So something for you guys to think about. I got 2 more Bisher I was gonna put in the tank, but I think they're way too aggressive for the fish in the tank. So they're gonna always have to be in their own tank. They're the ornate Bishers or bikers, however you say it, but they chew on everybody. So I just can't put them in with anything nice. But yeah, should we go through some of these chats real quick?
Yes.
Or super chats?
Was that your cue for me to go through them?
Well, I'm looking for them. Texas Fish Room gave me a happy face cool guy for 99 cents. Thank you so much. I hate stupid people. Now I can see I hate stupid people's logo a little better here. Oh my gosh. I don't know where my glasses are. I had them. I ran and got tea, and I think I left them in the kitchen. And 503, thank you so much, giving me the pear with the punches. Thank you so much. She's so sweet. Oh, I got the black cat from Amanda. Thank you so much. And no, James doesn't shoot confetti here, but you know what? Maybe we can get him to shoot one for you, Rack, at Bird Garden, because you're awesome, and you gave me $5, and I will buy him a new. Oh, wow, that was like a super fast one. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, and then does that say mood? I hate super people with $1.99. I think it says mood or hood mood. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Oh my gosh, and I got another one. Lemon, but I don't actually want to eat my fish. So, Geek Boy, I'm gonna pass on that one. But I'm not gonna pass on the $5. Thank you so much. And you know what? They might be extra juicy if they're filled with eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying. And Peplin Creek with the cute little guy saying it's my hero. All I could see was my he because I had little dots. And Danikin is so cool. And he says, "What's up, Ed? Coolest guy on YouTube." Well, I don't know about that. Oh my. Okay, you guys, I can't get through all. Okay. Stop giving me super chats, and we'll get back to these like in 3 minutes. Because I don't want people to just keep giving me super chats. I really appreciate it, though, guys. So we're going to stop at Jess, and we'll go back on Jess. So hopefully people will cool down, and we'll talk about other things. We'll get them distracted. Okay, so have you been able to find the website?
Well, I got to ratemyfishtank.com, but there's no fresh water.
Oh, there is. I look at it on my phone, but there's like little dots that say freshwater or saltwater.
Yeah, what I have available to me here on this. And the one thing that did have freshwater photos was labeled as their saltwater gallery with discus and goldfish.
Let's see.
Yeah,
See,
that's
pictures
not
of,
anything like what it's formatted on the actual page.
Is it the same logo? Maybe it's a different website.
Yeah, it's the same logo. I'll show you. Here, hold on a second. I'll share it.
Well, that would sure be poopy if we could show you a fish tank.
Being able to get back to that.
That was my plan, was to critique fish tanks for an hour and have fun how to make them look that
read
good.
super chats for an hour and work on the audio levels.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, well, Jess from Maine's Tails, Fins, Furs, and Fins. One of these days I'm going to be able to say that without looking. But I always seem to mess it up. Thank you so much for the $3. I can't wait to see you in Florida in 2 weeks. It's going to be super cool. And Matt, thank you for the $20. That's crazy. Thank you so much. With the pair looking at the mirror. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Mike giving me the cheerleader. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I just went down from Mike. Okay, guys. Stop doing the super chat so I can do normal stuff. But thanks, Steven, since everybody else is giving out no peer pressure there. But thank you so much. And Peplin Creek giving me my favorite. I do that to Dan at Get Gills just to make him do that every week. It's so much fun. And Mike giving me the poop. That would have been good for Steamfought because he's Mr. Poop. And then 503 just felt so nice she had to do it twice. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mike giving me the thumbs up. And let's see.
I do want to grab a couple of comments before I lose them.
Okay.
Chat. Paul Stero had said the fish head is talking about probably won't use the height of that tank. And then Tim Kendrick had said, hey guys, happy Thursday. Ed, put discus in the 200.
See, that's originally what the tank was. I had it in my old house, and I had angelfish and discus in it years ago. I originally just wanted it to be angelfish, and I wasn't able to find any angelfish, so I went to a cichlid convention up in Chicago, and there was this huge storm, and it caused it so nobody could get their fish in except for fish keeper Hans, or discus fish keeper Hans. And I ended up buying a bunch of discus from him, not knowing anything about them. And I was a discus keeper for, about a decade. And I really loved those guys. They were super cute. They got so big. The problem with them, sounds weird, is they're super fast. Have you ever had to catch discus, James?
That is one I have not had to catch. No, sir.
Okay. See, with the fish tank was, I built the house myself. So I had it cut out in my living room. So it was right above the couch, and it just looked like a window, but it was the tank. So you'd have to go around to the other side and go up a ladder to get into it because it was so high up. It was like almost almost 7 foot high. It was crazy. So I would have to get up on a ladder and look straight down, and I had 3 of the sides painted that were in the closet from the other side. So only light was from the front. And discus, looking straight down on them, don't look like this. They look like a minnow. And it was not easy to catch those guys in there. I did it, but it was hard. And I don't really want to. I've had discus. I just don't want to go discus again. But I do appreciate it actually my saltwater tank that I'm going to be making on the Saturday shows with James and Mike, the fish tank barn, that was my discus breeding tank because I had them pair up. 2 of them paired up in my big tank, and I moved them into that tank so I could breed them. it was kind of fun to do that stuff. But it's a real tall tank too. I'll turn it. I can't see that. Oh no, that aquarium in the corner. It's a tall, upward rectangle. It has a piece of wood in it right now. That wood is not going to remain. That's just there because I didn't want to put it on the floor. But that's where the saltwater is. So as soon as you walk into the fish room, my saltwater tank will be kablam right there. So, James, how's this page working?
Oh, I mean, this is what I've got. I've got reef tanks, saltwater fish, corals, and inverts.
It's so bizarre. Oh, I'm looking around for my glasses so I can read better.
I know you had some additional super chats. I've completely lost track of them because I don't have your studio. So I have no clue where you are and what was missed just to
well
there.
I know I was trying not to read them because it seems like every time I do I get more, but Too Cooley for School gave me a $2 one saying don't tell me what to do. And I had it stopped there because I was going to go next. And then Mike gave me the thumbs up, or no, the finger up, number one, $1.99. That's you know what? Is Rico in here? Because I wanted to make him a mod. There he is. I almost forgot to do that. Add monitor. We were talking about that last week because he helps me out with technical stuff too. I don't know if it did it or not. Nope, I guess he is one now, so that's great. And I'm pulling down. Now, is it Dooleybeck? Am I saying that right? Aquatic by Design? DOLBEC? Doolbeck? Doolbeck.
Yeah.
Doolbeck giving me this big smiley cat. I appreciate that. $2. Thank you so much. You know, I've been meaning to talk to Fish Room, or Texas Fish Room. He gave me a $1.99 one. And I forgot. I was talking to Chewy on a stream, I think a week ago. And we're going to try to do a day show sometime in the middle of the week here. And Rico sent me the text because I said Rico's one of my helpers. It said Texas Fisherman wants to help me, and that was the same day as my mom broke her arm, and I've forgotten to say anything about it. And I'm sorry, buddy. So I'll definitely do a show with you. That'd be super cool. And Geek Boy with the upside down 99. Thank you so much. Oh wow. Danny saying insider knowledge, Pet Supplies Plus is starting a 50% off fish tank sale. 10 gallons are going to be $9.98. 20 gallons are going to be $21.98. And lights are half price too. Wow, that's a super deal. Now is Pet Supply Plus, is that a store or is that a online place? Probably a store if it's selling glass. Do you know, James?
Yeah, we've got Pet Supplies Plus here in Tennessee.
Okay. Is that one that there's quite a few of in Knoxville?
Yeah, it's a chain store, but it's a smaller chain store.
It's strange how you guys have like 4 or 5 of them, and we've got none in Chattanooga.
Yeah, I know of 3 for sure, with possibly a 4th. But I mean, it's one of those. Like I said, it is a chain store, but it's small enough that the individual location managers or store managers are able to kind of order in some different things depending upon what their water. Let me rephrase that. Depending on what will tolerate their water at that location. So, like the one out west here in Knoxville, that manager can order in some different things versus the one right next to me because they're on different municipal water supplies, so they can get different fish to survive at those locations. So
Well, I stand corrected. Texas Fish Room wasn't who was trying to get a hold of me. It was Rico's Fish Room, or not Rico, Rocco's Fish Room. Another cool guy that I'm pretty sure is from Texas, though. I think he's from like the Dallas area. So I'm sorry I got you guys mixed up. But it made me remember. So if Rocco's here, or Fish Room, or Texas Fish Room, you want me? I guess you got me instead. Oh, too funny. And there's Diego. Diego has a fantastic store. He sells all sorts of cool stuff. And I'm on his show on Tuesday nights. Boy, a lot of bad stuff has happened to the Diego show lately. My mom broke her arm 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't able to go on. And this week, his PC broke, and we weren't able to get on. It's a bummer. Sorry about that, Diego. It's been some bad luck. Now, I got the vaccine shot, and I think it gave me a headache for like 4 days straight. Oh, I think you found it.
Yeah, we can't actually rate these, but I did find a gallery of freshwater pictures we could look at.
Oh, that picture right there with those trees is in the same gallery. So that's all right. Well, we don't need to, we just rate it ourselves.
Oh, but that's not as fun. I mean, that is, but I wanted to actually give a rating, but yeah. Or see a rating and then compare our rating to theirs. But let's see if we'll get some of that. There we go. There's some ratings.
$10. Thank you so much, Fantastic Freaks. Howdy, Ed and James. Saw the car and thought Ed was car shopping on the... Oh, I thought he saw one of our cars while he was car shopping. I don't know if he would even know what our cars look like. James drives a really cool muscle car. When you sit in it, it sounds like you're like ready to go on a drag strip or something.
Yeah, and it's a station wagon.
It's a station wagon with 20 cylinders. Enough said. 20 cylinders, or 20, not 20 cylinders, 20 spark plugs.
Well, it's got 16 technically, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a 10 with 20, but that's still a lot.
It's just souped up a good bit. But I did find the pictures, so we have those.
Yeah, so let's check this out. Okay, guys. Well, this isn't quite the same website, but we will. Oh, well, it might be the same website.
Okay, so we can click on them individually and rate them. That works.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, for a minute there, I thought I was in Top Chat instead of Live Chat. Now, I like this fish tank. I like the little pots. I like it.
I think it's cute. It's got a.
You guys are probably thinking, oh, great, this is what we're going to hear. He's going to say, I like it. Looks like they got mollies. Yeah. I would put something that would go through those tubes, though.
Absolutely.
I would fill it with a lot of coolie loaches.
The custom background on it, too. I feel like, so personally, although I do like it, the decor, I feel like they went through the effort of having this really fancy background and not stepping up to the plate with the decor, just in my opinion.
See, I like it. I like the old-looking pots. I think they got real plants. Everybody's going to score high for me on plants. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love live plants. Oh, and next week, I think we're going to have a special guest that's a master at plants, too. So we'll be able to pick, and I'm not going to give any hints, so I'm not going to say her or him or anything like that. But might be able to pick on Plant Master's brain next week on our stream, which will be interesting. But yeah, I would do something, or maybe a lot of shrimp. I don't know. I'd want something that would be swimming through the holes. You know, I want something going in those caves. I think that'd be cool.
I think what's throwing me off is the dark colored fancy background and the really light substrate.
And I think they either have just fancy guppies, or because that's so red, that one guppy we see right there, but the top one's going to look like Molly. So I don't know. That one back there is a Molly. I think they got guppies and Mollies. I would just get something that would swim through the holes. If I had that tank.
Do we want to rate this photo?
Sure. Okay. I'm going to rate this photo an 8. And then you get to give me your score, and we can do it in the middle. And then if anybody out there wants to throw out a number, we'll average that in there too.
And this kind of plays into, this really plays into, like you mentioned, the plants. You're going to get additional points from me for live plants and good placement of them. I will give it a 7 because I do think that they did put a lot of effort into it. I feel like if it had a dark colored substrate, I would absolutely love it because I feel like it clashes with the background, but that's just me. I'd give it a 7. They did a great job. I think the plants are going to grow in and look really, really nice. I'd give them a 7. Rejewel Singh says 7.732689, a 2317/10 out of 10.
Chappie is in the house. For him, I would put something like a clown knife in there. And the knife could come in and out of the hole because that would be cool.
Oh, Bird Garden says this ranking system seems familiar. ... Yeah. Had a couple of awesome nights hanging out with Rack and from Bird Garden and Chattanooga Ed rating some other photos.
Good times.
All right. So what are we giving this one?
I say a 7.
All right. We're going to put a 7 on here.
Meriddle was 7.7, so all three of us giving it 7s gets it to 7.
All right. Do we want to look at the fake plants? Do we want to?
You know what? I say we pass on the fake plant. Nope. You know what? Let's rate the fake plants so they know what they're going to get for having fake plants.
All right. And I do agree. Some people gave it 5s. Like John Cox said, 5. Good try, but the light substrate with black back looks off. Yeah, I really feel like it was done with a matching substrate at one point, and then it got changed out. I don't think that's the actual case because somebody said my new tank in the description on that. But yeah, that's what for me.
They probably added like a substrate that would grow plants, I bet. But yeah, I don't know.
Mine was a 5, and then the way that they did live plants, because they were also live plants, gave them a couple extra points in my book.
Looks better than most of my tanks. My tanks are just filled with plants. Nothing very fancy.
Ed's going to give this one extra points, even though it's fake plants, just because there's a cat.
Yes. And you know what? It actually has the shrimp cube at Petco. And I've been looking at those shrimp cubes for probably 3 or 4 years. Thinking, boy, I would love to just buy 4 or 5 of these shrimp cubes and put them in a tank, but I don't want to spend the money that they want for those shrimp cubes. So, but it has a cat, so I say we give it a 10.
Well, it's not giving me a rating board.
Oh. You know what? I want to show you guys my pink flamingo crypt. I think it's coming in pretty good here. Can you guys see my pink flamingo? It's starting to grow. Oh, I show you my tank, and then he puts up this awesome, beautiful one.
This one is captioned Hakuna Matata.
Akuma Matata. If Sean Peck had this one, he'd put a little naked guy at the top.
There we go. Merdul's got it. Cat 10, tank 3.
Yes. You got to, I am sorry, but I would have to give this a 10. I mean, carpeting plants are awesome. The little bushes on top of the sticks is cool.
Yeah, I mean,
how hard would it be to keep this tank? It looks like, does it have CO2? Is that what that round thing? Oh my gosh, this is killing me not having my glasses.
Looks like we may have some CO2 injection going on, possibly. Now, the glass things on the left are just the intake and the outlet. You can replace those with the fancy glass or plastic ones.
That's a cool tank.
I don't think that is CO2 on the right. No, it's even got like the sunrise or sunset directly behind the woodwork right there, the wood bridge.
Now let's see. Danikin's giving it a 10. Geek Boy is giving it a 6. Geek doesn't like it. Pep is giving it an 8. Danny is giving it a 6. John Cox is a 9. Oh, John Cox says that the tree does not match, so not giving it a 10. Well, there you go. Maybe I shouldn't give it a 10 until I see the perfect one also, I guess.
I do feel like if they had gone without this, yeah, there we go. It shows up on there. The far right tree, it would have looked better. Like I could even get this tree kind of coming off of the cliff rockwork and coming back this way. Maybe, some seeds got pollinated over to here, whatever, germinated and grew up that way. But
you know what? Now that John says that, it does kind of stick out. Even if it had a branch without leaves, like a dead branch on it. But I mean, how many trees just have one bush up like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rob from Aquatic Aesthetics, whoops, boy, the chat's kind of flying here, says 8.5. 3G says 8. Mary Beth says a 10. She likes it. Mariddle says 9.5. He's a cat. I like that. Amanda, a 10. Laura, I think Laura, what did Laura first say? 6. So, and Rack is saying a 7, and Rack is a super talented guy. I say we give this a 9.5 or a 9. Let's say a 9 from. Well, there's a couple of 10s, a couple of 9s. We better give it an 8.
Absolutely. And Stephen P. is saying I would have taken out both trees on the right. Now, I agree with you. I think with both of them gone, and like Rob had mentioned, the rule of thirds, if you had stuck to that one tree on the left, I think it would have been better. I understand they were trying to fill the mid-water and upper levels, but I think there's something to be said to having that open plains area on the right if they had done that. Like I said, I would definitely feel better if the far right wasn't there. It would be really, really good without either of them there. So yeah, I can agree with that. Danny says 8.5.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Danny is going to have the right number there. So I would put in those
down.
white or gold tetras in there and made them look like seagulls swimming in or flying in this, around. I see 2 fish, I think. One straight on and one sideways.
It's definitely interesting.
Yep.
We're going to give it an 8. Is that what we settled on there?
Sure. So, right. And then let's see what the world gave it.
Rank info. Oh, wow. So this is the number 1 ranked number 1 out of 5,194 freshwater tank pictures worldwide. This picture looks better than 99.98% of pictures in this category. Average score is 7.41, has been rated 27 times. Average score for this category is a 4.57.
Man, I'm going to have to enter some pictures just because that would be cool.
Absolutely.
With your guys' advice, I could get a 10. Okay, so let's look at these goldfish.
Okay, so something does have to be said for the fact that that's an 8-gallon tank.
Whoa, 8-gallon tank?
Yes. I just now saw that. Something has to be said for that.
I was guessing that was a 40-gallon tank.
Yeah, doing that level in an 8 definitely gives it some difficulty points.
Ooh, I like these trees. I have a real cool thing about trees coming out of the water like that. One of my favorite aquariums at the Tennessee Aquarium is a I think it's an Amazon jungle flooded plain, and the trees are going through this thing about 40 feet high. Maybe it's not 40 feet, maybe it's 20 feet. But it's just so cool to see this jungle that's underwater, and it's filled with, oh gosh, I think it's the peacock bass, I think. Giant peacock bass and great big giant pacus. It's pretty awesome. And I mean, these are like just monster fish. So I like this
because it has a blue background, right?
Do you like the blue background, or you don't like the blue background?
I was making a joke. Some people can't stand the blue backgrounds, so I say we have to deduct 5 points for it. I use blues on quite a few of my tanks. I've got some that are lighter blues, but I don't mind the blue.
I think normally you're supposed to go dark on the bottom and light on top, though. Just saying.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's shadow or not.
Yeah.
Because see, look at the darkness to the wood as well, the trees.
Man, I could see it. Some cool fish swimming around in there, though.
Absolutely. They've got some little tetras in there. It's like a molly over there. It's a pretty tank. I like it.
I like it a lot. Okay, so now let's go here. Geek Boy says it's just a lousy 5.
4 months.
I think I'd rather have this tank than the last tank we looked at, even though I found out the other one's just an 8. So I'm going to give this one, I think, a 9. I like trees. I'm drying some bamboo right now to kind of try to do the same thing.
So I think a black background would have done better than the blue on this one also, especially when you're playing with depth. Like, I feel like if you had given this one the black background, and that was Danny that mentioned the black, and other people may have as well before that. But I feel like you could have made it have the illusion, especially because they're already playing with shadows, whether intentional or not. But I feel like you could have given the illusion of some real depth to that forest on the left had you done a black background to it versus that blue.
Yeah, I think black would have been good. That way it would look like a real... Sean Peck, he used to have one. I think he tore it down, but he actually had trees in his background. And all he did was cut like cardboard trees out of a piece of paper and then shone light through it. So it just looked like more black trees behind it. And it was just really neat. But I think he tore that down. Okay, so, oh boy, we're getting a lot of 7s. Aquatic Aesthetics says 6. Meriddle gives it an 8.9.
Yeah, we've got Rack Burgarden says 4, Multiple says 5.
He doesn't like it. He probably would like to see a bird feeder hanging from one of those trees.
Absolutely. Peppa says it'll look better when it grows out some and covers the blue. Yeah, so this is at 4 months. After 4 months, this is what it's looking like. I saw some comments about the haphazard rock work. I don't necessarily disagree. I see what they did there with using 3 rocks to kind of create a base or planter around that, or around the plants there. But I don't know. The pogo, it looks like the pogo stem will still have some octopus there. I feel like the pogo really throws it off. It just looks really bushy over. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like I could believe these were all very specifically intentionally placed, except for this looks like it was just kind of smashed in there. So, we need some height, and then there's even something else back there that's not pogo that's added in.
I like it. I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah, Merdul, we can't have the positivity. Merdul said, I'd like to say something. We all have our opinions on tanks. It's beautiful in the eye of the beholder. Absolutely. And you're absolutely right. I mean, that's people have asked me, and I've said many times, what's I'm doing an aquascape. What's your advice? Number one rule, in my opinion, for aquascaping is create something you enjoy looking at. If you don't enjoy looking at it, there's no point in making it.
Well, and with that said, can I give you my opinion on the aquascaping here? As I like to have an open swimming area. And they have created that on the right side, even though the plants may end up, taking it over. But I like having the trees on the left side and in this open area on the right. I do like that. But I think it looks like everybody's giving it about a 7. We got a couple of 4s. We got 1 4 and a 5. Geek Boy said a 5. But a bunch of 7s. Let's give it a 7.
All right. This photo is ranked at number 3.
Oh, wow.
Looks better than 99.94% of pictures in this category. Average score is a 7.06. It has been rated 18 times. And again, this category's average score is a 4.57.
Holy cow. Well, they might drop off really bad here at the
That's blurry. That's a bunch of Oscars slammed in a tank.
Ooh.
That's a 65-gallon tank there. I count at least 4 Oscars in picture. Some other cichlids. If you see something you really want me to go to...
Oh, let's go to that one.
So this says it's a 55, but that doesn't look like a 55.
It looks a lot longer. It looks like
a 125 is what it looks like.
Yeah, I'd guess it's a 125. Maybe when it gets bigger. Well, there may not be a lot of depth behind it, actually.
Yeah, but look at that hang-on back, though. That's a twin bio wheel. Marineland.
Yeah, that's a 125.
Yeah.
Well, it has an awful lot of rock.
It's got 3 lids. See the 3 lids there? That's very typical on the dual braced 125s. You'd have 3 lid sections. So yeah, I'm calling not a 55. Got to be a 125.
Okay, my biggest beef is there's 3 different types of rocks in that tank. I mean, where in nature do you see 3 perfectly different piles of rocks? Otherwise, I would go with one of those rocks all the way across, and I would love it. Just saying.
Yeah, Mike says I don't like whatever the white stuff on the left is at all.
Yeah, I would just go with whatever's in the middle or on the far right.
Well, yeah, 'cause what they did was it looks like they used mostly one type of stone, but they've got a bunch of fake decor in there. They're trying to add it, like right here in the middle, that's actually a piece of decor versus a rock. They hit that one fairly well. And they've got wood over here that may or may not be real, and wood over here that may or may not be real, and that's a decoration there as opposed to actual rock. So I don't.
Yeah, they need to go to their local fish store, like Mine's Aquatic Aesthetics, and buy a bunch of the same thing. So Aquatic Aesthetics is saying a 4. Colored Guppies is coming in with a 5, and he's a guppy guy, not a cichlid guy. And I agree with him. I'm going to say a 5. Geek Boy with a 3. Oh, Chris is not liking it at all with a 2. Peplin Creek with a 4. And 3G gave it a 3. But 3G might consider 3s the best because it's in his name. It's kind of like 503. I wonder what she would say as a number. If she says 503, I think that'd be her 10.
There we go.
Okay.
Saying the white rock is decor that was bleached white.
And Angus, bottom dwellers, 1.7. He just hates it. I think we better give this one a 4.
I'm right there with you. I agree. Mike's Aquatic Sticks. It looks like they just grabbed whatever they had in the closet, going with the 3. So yeah, we'll give this one a 4. Let's see where it lands. Ranked number 41. Picture looks better than 99.21% of pictures in this category with an average score of 6.14. It's been rated 21 times.
If anybody puts theirs on here, let us know. Or you guys could send us a photo of yours to either my internet or not, my Facebook page where you get stickers. If you guys want stickers, you can. Or if you want us to look at your tank, that'd be cool. Or to James. I don't know how you contact James, but
fishroomfever@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you want, you could put on there that you want us to put it on this website, because I'll try to put a photo on here. Maybe we could put some fish tube photos up.
I honestly would have. I'll rank the one over here, and somebody else mentioned it too. I would give this one a higher rating than the one we just looked at. At least it's consistently fake stuff, you know?
Yeah, and it probably makes somebody really happy.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And that's what really matters, is that it makes you happy.
And it is, absolutely. As long as it's a 10 to you, that's what's important. Well, that it's a viable, of course, area
now look,
for fish to live in.
Let's look at this. Is it a Mabuna tank? Or small Africans? Oh, those might be actually bigger African. Those look like peacocks and stuff. And
yep.
Yeah. And there's a lab. This is a pretty tank. I prefer not to have fake plants with cichlids, though.
Yeah, but that's kind of I hate to say a status quo, but it really is, because you have a lot of issues with the messing with plants. Plus, you have the temperature issues.
I don't do any plants with cichlids or with Africans. I used to have a beautiful, beautiful African tank. I wish I had photos of it. It was a 125, and I had a whole bunch of antique pots. Not real antique, artificial ones that I filled the whole thing with. And they absolutely loved it. I never had aggression or anything. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful tank. I ought to set it up again someday, because it was the one cichlid tank I was ever successful with. So people are giving it...
it's too small, 3. I will say, since you didn't have access to the stats here, it's a 580-gallon, 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot.
Oh no, Daniel's lost his AC, so he's heading to bed.
Is that 5? That's not 580, though.
Sweet dreams, man. Hopefully it's not too hot.
Liter, 580 liter. Okay, that's what that would be. 5 by 2 by 2.
Well, it's getting a bunch of 5s and a bunch of 3s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Daniel, have a great night. Good luck with the air conditioning. I know from experience that stinks. That is no fun when the AC goes out. So good luck with that.
Mike gave it a 2. Aquatic Aesthetics gave it a BS. Let's give it a 3. Boy, normally I try to be nicer to people.
This will be the number 2 rated tank. Let's see. Number 16. Let's see.
3.5.
99.69% of pictures in this category. Average score is 6.41. It has been rated 22 times. Yeah, sorry. Again, that was 580 liters. I read it and I thought they wrote 580 in African cichlid tank, because I don't, have faith in people's English, because people don't speak properly. It's 580 liters is what they're saying. But we just saw that 55. It was not a 55. Fish kept peacock cichlid, electric yellow cichlid.
Well, and the people can be all around the world too, so they're all different things. So like the Aussies, they have to pay so much more for their tanks. It's insane. I don't think they have any like mass tank producers like we do that just makes nothing but fish tanks all the time. I was watching Blake's Aquatics and I was just shocked. One day he was saying how much, or maybe it was Blackie. It was one of those guys. They were just saying how much their tanks cost, and it was just insane. Ooh, let's look at this one with a lot of green. Yeah.
So this is, according to description, where's it at? It says tank size 75 gallons. Description: freshwater tank on a budget. This is from Texas.
Man, I like this tank on a budget.
Yeah.
And is that some type of cichlid right there?
Indeed.
I don't.
I like it. I also like that they didn't flatten all the gravel out.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it in the picture, but it's got different depths of gravel throughout. It's got high places and low places. So that I enjoyed that. See, we've got big cichlids in there. This must be a feeder fish tank.
I'm with I hate stupid people on this one. I like this one. I would definitely be proud to have this one in my house. Too cooly for schooly. Gives it a 7. I was wondering, I bet you fish tanks cost about the same in Canada as they are here. Danny gives it a 4. Geek Boy gives it a 5. Amanda, a 7. Michelle, a 4. Aquatic Aesthetics, an 8.
Melissa, we are on ratemyfishtank.com. And welcome. Late's better than ever.
Yeah, and you can follow along with us and actually rate it yourself, but this is a lot more fun. Oh, Rack is only giving it a 4. Boy, he is a tough customer to please. And Mike's Aquatics is giving it a 5. He is grumpy when it comes to other people's tanks. We finally found where the grumpiness was. And Kenny gets the 8. Mary Beth a 7. Peplin a 6. Oh, okay. I thought 3G gave it a 3.5, but a 5.5. And then Melissa an 8. So I don't know, guys. We got a whole bunch of numbers here. I think it's going to get a high score. What do you think, James? Let's see. We got a couple more 6s and a 7 and an 8 at the end.
It averages out to no higher than a 7.
All right.
A 6 if I had to, because there are a lot more lower scores than 7 or higher scores than 7.
Okay, paper, rock, scissors. If I win, it's a 7. If you win, it's a 6.
Oh, I'll just let you have the vote because it's your show.
Okay. We'll go 7.
All right. Let's see. Rated number 698 out of 5,194 freshwater tanks pictures.
Wow, people don't like this.
Yeah, it looks better than 86.56% of pictures in the category. Average score for this picture is a 5.02, and this picture has been rated 42 times.
Wow. Now, how is it so low compared to some of the others? Oh, well.
So you also have to remember people are much quicker to critique than praise. So people are more likely to go give something a negative review or comment because they see it and don't like it than they are to go praise something because they see it and do like it.
Yeah, I'm just looking around my fish room and I'm embarrassed. But I guess my fish room is a lot of it is just for breeding and growing and stuff. But I do just have lots and lots of pretty plants.
I'm going to grab one more page here.
Man, my windowless just going crazy in my one tank here with all the blue Japanese blue tails. Ooh, let's go to the box one. Yeah, that one. We won't go to the one that looks like it's dirty water.
All right, so let's see what info we got here. Says it's a 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, 675 liter tank, Nitro Classic LED plus LED aquarium light, electric Blue Jack Dempsey. All right, let's look to see if we had any other specifics. That looks way smaller than that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, those would be some pretty big fish.
That's the other problem I'm having is people are just kind of putting whatever, like, for tank sizes.
It's kind of a lot of fish for that small of a cube, what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
That looks smaller than a 10. What did they say it was?
They said it's a big tank. They said that it is basically 148 gallons is what it's got on here. 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, 675 liter tank. It's no freaking way.
That's like an 8-gallon tank.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how big those mollies are. I'm going to guess 8 or 7.
It says the fish look Photoshop in. The fish look really, really weird. Like, look at the y'all can't really see the detail I can. All the fish look bug-eyed. I don't know if that's coming across to you all, but it looks really, really weird.
Okay,
I say we find another one, or we rate this one quick and then find another one.
Okay, what do you guys say we call it a fraud? Give it a 1 and then make them defend themselves. We don't want no stinking Photoshop fish.
This tank is number 86 in the ratings and usually gets a 5.85. That's Hey, Crystal's Pets and Plants, how are you? Good to see you. Tammy said, because they're dying. I like Rob's 0.01. Yeah.
Yep. Delilah thinks they're fake too.
Let's find a good one to go out on. Let's end on a high note here.
Yes. Ooh,
now,
that one's a scary one.
Can we do this one or this one or this?
I kind of like the black one, but we have the black water or the black one.
Oh man, they're both nailed it with the black background and the trees, like we kind of discussed on that previous one.
Dude, I love this.
Some additional depth. We're gonna pull this one out. Sorry,
oh my gosh, it got better, bigger.
That I think is my favorite tank, the Mangrove Forest.
Oh my gosh! Except it has only one angel. Oh no,
they've got 3 in there. At least 3 that I can see. They've got 3 angels in the middle there.
Oh, I see them. I thought they were branches on the tree that made it look scary. Dude, I would fill this up with I would buy 100 black Tetras and put it in there.
Oh, so 50. I looked. This is the number 2 rated tank in the category. That makes sense.
Peplin Creek says a 10. I say a 10. Delilah's giving it a 9.
This is a 55 from what they have on.
Oh,
disclaimer: I'm not the one sizing these. I'm reading what they're putting.
Well, that's a beautiful tank.
That really is. Again, with that black background, it really lends itself to giving some additional depth to it. I think they did well with the plant work. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, we got a 9 from Rack, a 10 from Aquatic Aesthetics.
So,
if a 10 from Amanda.
Play devil's advocate here. I'm actually advocating for this picture and against another. Stephen P. 2003. No, you're not allowed to do the Nobody's Perfect. I used to have to do in-home deliveries with customer surveys, and if we didn't get a 5, we counted as a 0. But people say, well, I'll give you a 4 because it always could be better. Well, yeah, it could, but thanks for rating me a 0, you jerk.
Mike even gave it a 10.
So, devil's advocate, and I'm just picking on you. I'm not calling you a jerk, really, but I think we should vote this one a 10 to help it take the number 1 spot.
I think so
We
too.
looked at the number one earlier, and we were not nearly as impressed as we are with this one.
I'm going to try to find it on my telephone and give it a 10.
I feel like this one should move from number 2 to number 1.
What screen were you on?
Stephen P. Sorry, I slept like an hour and a half before this, and I always say Stephen P. 2003. Yeah, thank you. I'm ready for bed. That's why I'm looking, going, we've been live an hour. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Boy, look, they're in a different order online. This one's kind of neat.
Yeah. Sorry, Stephen.
I like those Asian jungle tanks. But, dude, I'm giving this one a super score, too. We're going to give it a 10.
Poor Stephen. I'm never going to live that one down. This is why you don't live stream when you're falling asleep. Part of why I've had my camera off is so you don't see me all groggy-eyed over here. All right. Marking the 10.
Awesome. Come on, let's rate.
All right, now everybody go. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. So as mentioned, it is number 2. Picture looks better than 99.9 cent per 9. Thank you and good night. No, 99.96% of pictures in this category. Average score for this picture is a 7.16, and this picture has been rated 83 times.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Did you want to look at your Blackwater real quick?
Oh, we can. This was the one I wanted to look at.
Oh, it is?
We could pull the Blackwater. Yeah, I wanted to look at this one because they did the black background like we discussed.
I love it.
These trees. And I just, that shows you all the difference. And again, I'm not a hater of blue backgrounds. Very utilitarian for a lot of things. But in terms of scaping, you can see in this one the difference that black background makes versus the blue background. All right.
I've got a tree that looks very similar to that. Look, it's hollow with a great root system. But I would love to get all those mangroves, man. They were awesome. Mangroves. And the Blackwater looks like a Blackwater. Boy, it just doesn't hold a candle to the other one, does it?
I mean, it's pretty. I think it has a very fall festive. Yeah, the plants are fake. But I think it has like a very harvest look to it, a very fall festival look.
Is there a cool fish hanging out on the top of the top branch there? Little branch. Go a little bit right there.
That's a little branch right
Nope, there. Right next to it. The big thing.
That's just some of the wood coming up there.
Oh, I thought that whole thing was a body.
No, it's just some wood. That's just all wood.
Well,
jewels in there.
Should we rate it? We should rate it because we're here.
I like it, but it would have to go into a yellow room.
Okay, well, we've got Peplin with a 3, Geek with a 4, Cooley with a 5. We got a lot of cool Canadians today.
I think they missed a great
opportunity here too
to do some really cool Project Piaba Tetras in here.
Tetras just look good in everything, man. Yeah. I've got to
actually get into one of these Blackwater tanks.
I have 2 Blackwater tanks, and I want to change them both. Oh, well. Well, guys, thank you so much for the super chats. It was super nice of y'all. We're over an hour. Do we know, is George going tonight?
I do not know. I'm sure one of the mods will let us know.
Yeah. If anybody knows if George is going tonight, we want to tell everybody to go there. or Dave. I don't know. Is Dave doing any more? Or he had to go back to work, so maybe it's just too late for him now.
Possibly.
But guys, thank you so much. You're too generous. I don't deserve it. Thank you so much. Thank you, James, for being awesome. It was a lot of fun.
I don't know.
Wait, I don't know. I could do that all night long. I love raiding fish tanks. And I found my glasses. They were on the back of my head. I must have pushed them off when I ran and got tea. I just felt them falling off my head.
If you're watching this live, this weekend, Ed and I will be hanging out with Kenny from Aquatic Marine here in Knoxville, Tennessee. That stream is scheduled already on the Fish Room Fever channel, part of our After Hours series, where we go behind the scenes, behind the locked doors, and talk to local fish store owners and, who knows, maybe some breeders down the road and things of that nature.
Yeah, totally looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out in Knoxville this weekend and seeing Kenny at Aquatic Marine. And then next month, we'll be back at Aquatic Aesthetics, actually praying like maybe the week after Aquashella.
Yeah.
Because we have Aquashella like in 2 weeks. It's kind of crazy. Our June might get really packed real fast.
Quick.
But yeah, guys, you can catch me also on with Bob on Sunday nights on Kaler's Aquatics and Reptiles. I'm on with Diego with Multiple Tanks on Tuesday. My 2 non-fishy shows is Lefty tomorrow. We're talking games and movies. I think Rico is going to be a special guest tomorrow, having fun with us, and we talk about everything. So you can bring the trivia, and we will do our best to beat it. And then I'm on with Rico on Monday nights, where we talk comic books. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and you guys are all awesome. It's so much fun. I had a great time. I could go all night long, but we can't.
Thank you for having me as always. And again, Stephen P. 2003, I do apologize. Take care, everybody.